Guess who didn't vlog today? It was me! Yes, I didn't vlog again. It's already like 2:39. So it's technically sooner than yesterday or earlier. My hair looks like garbage, but it's day 2 hair, so I haven't put any like dry shampoo or brushed it out or anything like that yet because I'm in my frump clothes. Technically I'm in my PJs, but I feel like garbage. Like absolute garbage. Like I feel like I'm getting sick, which is most likely not too far from being wrong because my sleep schedule has been even worse than normal. And I have an appointment on the 24th, and I really don't want to go to it because those appointments usually last like 5-10 minutes, and I'm pretty sure it's the appointment where I talk about my sleep schedule. And it takes so long to get there. So long! Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, all I've been doing today is been watching anime. You know, I really would have liked to get something done, but I just don't have the energy to. Oh my god. So, yeah, remember when I said I felt like garbage? I apparently have lost all of my memory to be an adult! Because I just left the stove on and I was boiling some water and I'm surprised it didn't boil over and burn the house down. I don't know how I could burn the house down with water, but I've been known to be talented like that before. I'm trying to make myself some lunch. I know it's like almost 3 o'clock, but we didn't have any milk, so I decided not to eat. By the way, that's what I'm making. I decided not to eat any breakfast for a while because we didn't have any milk, so then I just ate dry Cheerios. Hopefully I'll get something done today. If not, then I'll make something up. Oh my gosh, I still need to film tomorrow's video, and I have no idea what I'm filming. I don't know if you can tell, but there's thunder and lightning. It was thundering really, really bad last night. And of course it's raining really bad again today because it just can't stop thunderstorming. It can't just rain, it has to thunderstorm as well. And because I'm an idiot, I just broke off one of the blinds, so I have to figure out how to fix that. I don't think the goat is going to be too happy that he has to come home and see me messing stuff up. So I just had a really, really bad time. Sorry for this terrible lighting. I'm in that mood where I'm so apathetic and just apathetic about everything. I don't know if you saw, but there was the lightning. Earlier, maybe an hour and a half ago, I was walking and I walked to Dairy Queen. There's a Dairy Queen not too far, like maybe Jeez, do you guys, I really hope that my camera picked it up. Speaking of actual camera, hopefully I'll get my camera on Tuesday, I think she said. Anyways, but I walked to Dairy Queen because it's not that far and I'm trying to lose weight. So if I was going to have Dairy Queen, I might as well work for it. So walking there was perfectly fine, you know. I passed by somebody. She had this like really cool, I don't know if you would call it like a race car kind of thing. Like it was kind of bulky and straight. It looked like a thicker Letterman's jacket, but it had like the Skittles logo all over it. That was really cool. I'm not a huge fan of Skittles, but it just looked cool on her. And passing by, you know, I got there and it was just really awkward because I don't like taking walks during the day. One, because I sweat even more and I get really, really hot and I don't bring any water because I don't want to carry anything while I walk. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I walked there fine. It was just a little weird because there was like a ton of construction, so I had Like, I almost twisted my ankle like 8 times, tripping on rocks and other stuff because I am not the most coordinated person. 2 left feet, brand new baby giraffe would be a good description of my elegance. So I get there fine, but Dairy Queen was super, super packed. I didn't think it was going to be that packed, and I mean, it was kind of a cooler day, you know, for Texas, so I wasn't expecting like 8,000 people. I'm not talking that loud. I wasn't expecting 8,000 people to be there. But there was, and as I was trying to order, some random dude just like butts in and asks for a cup. I'm like, okay, you know, I know you want your stuff, but you can wait your turn. So that was just rude. I was like, you know, I'm not in the middle of speaking or trying to take my order. You didn't even say excuse me. You didn't ask if you could cut in front of me or anything. So that made me mad, but I was like, okay, whatever. You obviously are really hungry or really need it, so I'm not gonna be mad or give you a dirty look, whatever. You're rude, but I'm not gonna say anything. And then I finally get my cup, but it was so busy, you know, I couldn't tell her that it was on the go because I'm walking, so she hands me this like super overstuffed Blizzard, which normally I'd be okay with, but I have to walk. So the entire time walking back, there's a cat. Hello. Fuzzy. Cat butt. So the entire time walking back, my Blizzard is spilling and dripping and melting everywhere. It's all down my pant leg, all over my shoes, like dripping. I'm pretty sure I still have some. I tried to wash up, but I can't really see the back of my arm. Well, I guess I can. I think I got it. But it was just dripping everywhere. So I had to hold it out like this far away from me as I'm walking. So I'm walking like this, and this looks really awkward. And I passed by like a weird apartment complex thingy. I don't know what it is or why it's there. It's definitely an older building because they're redoing a lot of stuff and they can't just kick people out of there to knock down the building. But they were on their like little, I wouldn't say veranda, but it's like an open hallway for each individual room, but they were outside of rooms hanging out on the bench, and I could hear them yelling at me, and I'm the only one walking, so I'm not just being conceited, and I have one headphone in, so I don't really get it, and for some reason I could finally hear what they were saying, and they said, be careful, and I thought they were just making a joke because they could see my Blizzard just melting everywhere. So, and you know, I'm walking in the rocks in the construction area, so I was like, okay, you know, I just give them a thumbs up and kind of like laugh it off. And then they started talking about other features of my personal being, and that made me just really, really angry, because then they continued to scream obscenities at me and complimenting parts of me. Anyways, that just made me really angry, and anybody who catcalls is the lowest form of a human being. No questions asked. Don't catcall people. Women are not objects, men are not objects. It's not okay to catcall anybody because that's disrespectful. Throwing that out there. So I was getting really angry with that, and then there's this big sign for a crosswalk, and then like 3 or 4 signs before it warning cars that there's a crosswalk coming up for pedestrian walking, and everybody like that seemed to pass by didn't get the concept that you have to stop for pedestrians. Like, why do you think it's there? Do you just get to like keep going? No, there's no light there. You have to stop for pedestrians. We have the right of way. There's a crosswalk and everything. I'm not just being a jaywalker. No, I walked all the way to the crosswalk. Ugh. And people would like look at me and then speed up, so I couldn't, you know, make it in front of their car or like go past them. Oh my gosh. That, and when I asked for a lid for my Blizzard, the lady seemed to like be super upset with me. And like, I know it's busy and I really don't want to ask somebody who's working while it's busy for something extra if I don't have to, because I understand, you know, that you're trying to do your job well, and there's a lot of things and people happening and going on, so I don't want to be that person to just nitpick for stuff. But she gives me this lid and she looks like I've offended her completely for asking for this, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. My phone's about to die, so I'm gonna go in my bedroom and talk to you guys. So I finally get home and I have to ring the doorbell. It's gonna be dark. So I have to ring the doorbell because I have chocolate dripping all over my hands, and I finished it before, like earlier today, or when I got home. What am I saying? When I finished it, and I got like really sick. Like I'm sick with it, sick now. Like my stomach hurts, and it's just like, wow, that I feel like that whole trip was just a waste. And you know, I wasted like $4 or $5 on this stupid blizzard, and I'm glad I went for a walk, but I don't know, I just wish I didn't get it. I always feel like garbage. I get like 15 seconds of delight of like, ooh, this tastes good, and then for like the next 2 days I'm paying for it, and it's just like, why do I keep doing this to myself? I know better. It's like, I'm gonna keep sticking a fork in the electrical outlet because haha, I get this tingly feel, this like rush of anticipation before I stick the fork in it, and I keep doing it. I'm ranting for a long time. So if I don't come back from this clip, I probably have just not done anything for the rest of the day. But if I have, well, if I don't, then I'll see you guys tomorrow, and that'll be the end of the clip.